All right, welcome. In this video, I'll be showing you how you can install PostgreSQL on your local PC, either Windows or Mac OS. All right. So if you are using Windows, you follow this link to the download page where you can download the Postgres package for Windows. And if you are using Mac, you have two links that you have to follow. All right. The first one is for the Postgres app. Okay. That is the Postgres server. And the second link is going to lead you to the download page for pgadmin. Pgadmin is kind of an interface with which you can interact with your Postgres server, all right? But for Windows, both packages have been combined into one, all right? So currently I'm using Windows operating system. So I'm going to follow this link now, and it's going to direct me to the download page for Postgres on Windows operating system, all right? Okay, so following that link is going to direct you to this page for Windows operating system. Okay, and then I'm going to click on this link. All right, by clicking on that link, I'm going to arrive at this page. For Windows, I'm going to click on this. Okay, so by clicking on this now, I'm going to have it's going to direct me to another page. Okay, and automatically the Postgres server is going to start downloading. And if you look at my download pane now, okay, so I have the Postgres package being downloaded now. Okay, but I'm going to cancel it. I've already downloaded it so as to save us time. Okay, I'm going to open my folder here. This is the Postgres package. Then I'm going to open the package so that we can start our installation. All right, so I'm going to click on yes. Waiting for the package to open. All right, so the package has opened now. You click on next, right? Okay, and then you click on next again. Okay, so we have these packages. All of them are combined into the package that we downloaded. Okay, so I'm going to uncheck Start Builder. We don't need that. All right, and if you need it, you can as well leave it checked, but I don't need that, so I'm going to uncheck that. What I need now is the Postgres server, the pgadmin, and the command line tools. Okay, and just before you install Postgres on your PC, you should ensure that you don't have possibly a previous version of Postgres already installed on your PC. If you want to confirm that, you can go to your command prompt. For Mac, you can use your terminal. All right, so to confirm that Postgres is not already installed on your PC, you can just use the command PSQL. Okay, so if you enter that, you're going to have an error like this. If you don't have a similar error to this, that means you already have Postgres installed on your PC. Okay, if you want to install a new version, you might need to uninstall the previous version. Okay, so with this error now, it means Postgres is currently not installed on my PC. Okay, so I'm going to close my command prompt now. All right, and then I'm going to click on install. All right, I'm going to click on next. Okay, click on next again. So if you are installing Postgres for the first time, I mean afresh on your PC, Postgres is going to prompt you to create password. So you should enter a password that will be easy for you to remember, because you will always be needing the password to interact with your Postgres database. But because this is not the first time ever I'm installing Postgres on my PC, so it's kind of the settings is kind of saved, so it is not asking me to set up a new password. But in your case, if you are installing it afresh for the first time ever, it's going to ask you to create a password. All right, so just set up any password that you know that it will be easy for you to remember. Okay, so you will always be needing the password to interact with your Postgres server subsequently. All right, so my installation has started now, right? While we wait for the installation to complete on my Windows PC, okay? So if you are using Mac, okay, you first need to go to the first link, all right? So this link, this postgresapp.com, is going to direct you to a site where you will download your Postgres server, right? So if you click on this link now, if you paste this link on your browser, you are going to arrive at this page, okay? Let me see if it is zoomed in, all right? So you are going to arrive at this page, okay? So on this page, you have directions on how you can install the Postgres app, which is the Postgres server on your PC. Okay, but you are going to go to your download there, all right? So here you can now download the latest version of the Postgres app. If you want earlier versions, you have them all there, okay? But for the latest version, just click on download, and then that is going to download the Postgres app for you. Okay, I'm not using Mac, I'm using Windows, so I don't need to download that. All right. So you wait for it to fully download. After downloading it, okay, you come back to this introduction pane. On this pane, you have instructions on how to set up your Postgres app, which is your Postgres server. Okay, so we've just downloaded it. After downloading it, you know how you set up your app on Mac. You have to move it to your application folder. Okay, so you move the downloaded app, you move it to your application folder. Okay, so after moving it, after successfully moving it to your application folder, then you are going to double click on the you open your application folder, and then you double click on the Postgres app. All right, you are going to have this logo representing the app. Okay, so you double click on the app. After you double clicked it, you are going to have an interface. Okay, and on the right hand side, you are going to have a button like initialize. Okay, so you click on that button. So you click on the button to initialize your Postgres server, okay? And that's all you need to do. After that, you just have to run this command in your terminal, okay? So you open your terminal, which is similar to command prompt on Windows. You open your terminal, you copy this command, these lines, you copy it, okay? And then you are going to paste it in your terminal, right? This is a Windows PC, so I'm not going to run that's not even going to run. Okay, so you just paste that into your terminal, and then you run it. It may ask for your password. You enter your machine password. Okay, and with that, you've set up your Postgres app. Okay, and then after that, you go to the second link, which is where you are going to download your pgadmin. Okay, for Windows, you don't have to download this separately. That's already been compiled into this package. Okay, so for Mac, you go to this link, right? On this link, you are going to have your pgadmin. That's where you download your pgadmin. Okay, so that link is going to direct you to this page. Okay, let me zoom this in also. Okay, so it's going to direct you to this page. All right, for Mac, you click on this. Okay, so if you click on that, so here you are going to have the versions that are available for pgadmin. Okay, so this is the latest version. All right, so if you click on that link, it's going to start downloading pgadmin for you. So these are the versions that are available. I think this is for 64-bit, this is for ARM64, and this is for x86 and 64. So you download this x86 64.dmg. Okay, so you download that. But if your machine is ARM based, then you download that. All right, so you download either of the two that is applicable to your machine. All right, okay, so after downloading that, you are going to unzip it. Okay, and then the package that was downloaded, you're going to move it to your applications folder. Okay. So you wait for it to set up, to fully set up. After setting it up, then we are just going to have the same interface as we'll be having here when I'm done with installation of the server of this package on my PC. So let's just wait for this one to fully install. Then we're going to set up the rest together. All right, now I have my package fully installed. Right, so I'm going to click on finish. Okay, so that means both for Windows, I'm using Windows, so I have the Postgres server installed, the pgadmin installed, and the command line interface also installed. Okay, so now to interface with our pgadmin with our Postgres server, so we use pgadmin. Okay, so I'm going to search for pgadmin now. Right, so I'm going to open that. Okay, so it's starting up. We're going to wait for it to start up. All right, now this is how the pgadmin interface looks like. In this pgadmin interface, now you can now interact with your Postgres server. Okay, for Mac operating system, okay, and even for Windows. Okay, the first time you are opening your pgadmin, I already have it installed before, but because of this video, I had to uninstall it, so I kind of have those settings already saved. Okay, but if you are installing them afresh for the first time, it's going to prompt you for password. Okay, so you have to, it is advisable that you provide the same password that you provided when you were installing your server. Okay, but for Mac, it won't up till now you will not have to set up any password, so you just have to provide a password. Okay, and make sure it is a password that you are able to remember. All right, so that subsequently you be able to easily provide your password. Okay, and if you are using Mac, all right, so you come to the left hand side there. All right, you have to right click on this, but for Windows we kind of already have a server set up for us automatically. That's for Windows, but for Mac you have to create a new server by yourself. For Windows you will have a default server already created for you, but if you are using Mac, you have to set up a server by yourself. And to do that, all you have to do is to right click on this server. All right, so you right click on it. By right clicking on it, you are not going to have this register button. What you are going to have is a create button. Okay, and if you hover on the create button, you are going to have a server button and not server group. Now I'm using Windows, so a server has already been created, so I don't have a server button there. But if you are using Mac, you come to create, and then you are going to have a server here, so you click on that server button. All right, by clicking on the server button, you are going to have a pane that is similar to this. You are going to have an interface that is similar to what this one is going to bring up now. All right, so by clicking on that create server, you are going to have an interface that is similar to this. So you first have to provide a name that is going to be the name of your server. All right, so for example, you can say the name of your server is going to be localhost. All right, and then you come to connection. Okay, so host name or address, you can provide localhost for that. All right, you leave all these ones as they are. And for username, okay, so you should use the username of your PC. Okay, for example, my PC now, the username of my PC is TY, right? It stands for Toyosi. This is TY. So it is advisable that you also use the username of your PC. Okay, so you come to username. If I want to set this up now, assume I want to create a new server afresh, I'm just going to provide TY. All right, but because I'm using Windows, a server has already been created for me automatically. Okay, so that's all you need to do for Mac. All right, you provide the name of your server, and then you come to connection, you provide your host name, and then you provide the username. You don't need to tamper with all of this, and then you are going to click save. Okay, so after clicking save, then you are going to have a server created for you. Okay, I don't need to create a new server now because I already have an automatic server created for me. Okay, so you click on save, but now I'm going to click on close. All right. Okay, so now to connect with your server, okay, I'm going to click on this now. All right, now it is asking me for a password, the password that I already set up when I was installing pgadmin, when I was installing Postgres package for the first time ever on my PC. So I'm going to enter my password. All right, so you should make sure you use a password that you can easily remember, so that in the future you can easily provide your password. All right, so now we have you are going to have an interface that is similar to this. Okay, so if you want to create a database for yourself, right, you can come to this this database, you right click on it, you are going to have create, and then you have database. Okay, this is where you provide the name of your database. Okay, so for example, let's say I want to create test2 as the name of my database. So I'm just going to provide the name, then I'm going to click on save. All right, so that is going to create a database for me. You want to run any query on your database, just right click on the name of your database, you right click on it. All right, and then you are going to come to query tool. All right, so on this pane, you can write whatever query you want to run against your database. Okay, so you are going to wait for it to run to start up. Okay, so here you can write whatever query you want to run against your database. For example, let's say I want to create a table inside of my database. I can have create table. Okay, so what should be the name of my table? Let's say the name of my table is users. Okay, and I want to have ID. So my ID is going to be serial, and it's going to be my primary key. All right, primary key. Okay, and I can also have name. So let's say name is variable character. I can just say 40. All right. Okay, so just for example, okay, so if you want to run this query now, this script, you just click on this. Okay, so that's going to run your query against your database. So you can see now that that table has been created successfully. Okay, so if you go to your database now, if you come to I think that should be schemas. Okay, go to public. All right, and if you there should be tables around there. Okay, so tables, now this is the user's table I just created with that query. All right, so that's that about this video. If you let's say I want to disconnect from the server, you can just right click on this, and then you disconnect from all servers. So that's going to disconnect from the Postgres server. Okay, so that's that for this video. If you find the video helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. Okay, so I'll be seeing you in the next one.